Hello, welcome in everyone. It is July of 2026. Jeremy's with me for the energy update. Jeremy, my friend, it's so good to see you.
Good to see you.
And if you're watching or listening, we're so glad that you follow along and have hung in here with us for the over the
Yeah,
months and years that
yeah.
we like to do this. So, what are we stepping into here in July?
Oh my
July
gosh, we're
7th,
stepping.
I think, is the beginning of that's kind of a
Yeah, I
late
think
start,
it's the
isn't it?
7th. It is. It's usually like the 4th or the 5th, but
Hmm.
this month it's the 7th of July. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
what do
it's going to be an interesting month, that's for sure. It's very interesting in the Western astrology world as well.
Oh,
So,
really?
this month there's going to be multiple transits that are happening all at once that are going to be really intense. So, the intensity is not lightening up at all this month.
Yeah, yeah. So why is it so interesting in the Chinese philosophy
Well,
perspective?
in the Chinese philosophy, and I'm glad that we're talking about this today because we just had a class on this on Sunday, but we're moving into the month's energy is the Yin Wood Sheep or goat.
Hmm.
And I loved the conversation that we had about the sheep slash goat on
Yeah,
Sunday because there was so much that I learned about it because the
yeah,
sheep is kind of that animal that I have the least amount of experience with or the
same.
least that I know about, and we were able to uncover so much the other day. And
Hmm.
I love how it's the animal of duality, the sheep and the goat. Like when you think of the sheep, I just think of this sheep in the middle of a pasture with 100 of other sheep that's really, really fat with all of that cotton surrounding it, right? All of that wool that's just, and that's that represents the traits of the sheep. It's about togetherness. It wants to gather with its people. It wants to stay nice and nuzzled up and warm. And then there's the opposite side of that, which is the goat, and it's determined and it is ready for a fight, and it's got those horns that it can buck up against authority, and then when you think about little baby goats, they're so playful and they just kind of
Hmm.
bounce around and they're always wanting to explore. So you've got all of these traits in one zodiac animal. And
Hmm.
that's what we're going into for the month. We get to choose which of those traits do we want to embrace. Do we want to embrace gathering together and holding our loved ones close? Or do we want to fight?
You painted that so beautifully, and I'm sitting here in gratitude for that class. And that class is a
Hmm.
graduate class.
Yeah.
So I have continuing education. We have continuing
Hmm.
meetings, so we can just better our practice and learn from one another. And it was so expansive and just eye-opening to this energy. And as you were talking about this woolly sheep, it made me realize how that sheep uses that to protect itself,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? The layers, and
Hmm.
sometimes we put on weight, or we put a bunch of junk around us so people can't get close to us and
Hmm.
really feel the core of who we are. And that what I think I love most about the goat slash sheep energy is that on the feng shui compass, it sits in the southwest corner and it
Mm.
represents the mother. And
Yeah.
so we know that mother is nurturing, protective, come in close, my babies. But we also know you're going to butt heads with mom, and
Yeah.
she's going to stand up. In fact, I think I sent a video to a group where this mama sheep was protecting her baby because there was this armadillo that kept attacking her lamb.
Oh my
And she
gosh.
kept kicking it and moving it with its head and finally got it to go away. And I was really shocked at how protective this sheep was. I guess I shouldn't be shocked, but to really see it in such a forceful kind of way.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering how much women are going to
Mm.
feel this rise this month with the sheep, that feminine
Yes.
energy, because this is where the sacral chakra sits. This is where our
Hmm.
marriage and intimacy corner is in our home. So I love what you said. It's kind of that duality energy, and along with all that we've been talking about, what fires are you going to feel? Like, what energy do you feel you need to step into? I know for
Yeah.
me, I've been really passive, and that's sheep energy. And I think
Mm-hmm.
it's time for me to be a little bit more goat like. I don't have a sheep in my chart, but it's
No.
going to be here this month. So I'm going to access that sheep energy or the goat energy and see, where do I need to be a little bit more stubborn, or where do I need to climb up and get a different perspective,
Yeah.
rather than just trying to be the mother that holds everything together and watches and
Yeah.
protects everyone. Like,
Yeah.
to me, a goat's more independent,
Mm-hmm.
where the sheep is reliant on the herd.
Yeah.
So,
That's another thing that we're going to see a lot of this month.
yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
I think that there's a lot of that that's going to be happening, especially and one of the things that we want to mention also is this month is going to give us a snapshot as to what's happening next year, because
Mm,
next year is the year
mm-hmm.
of the sheep.
Yeah.
So when we're looking around at different things and major events that are happening in the world, you want to be looking at who is following what shepherd and what shepherd are you going to follow? Or are you going to be the independent goat that says, I'm not following anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to climb to the top of the mountain myself?
Yeah. Be my own
Are
shepherd.
you going to be the shepherd of your own world or your own
Mm,
path?
yeah.
That's the question that we're facing this month and then also next year.
Yeah. Because I think the shepherd stuff, the sheep energy, the herd energy seeks to be guided, seeks to be
Hmm.
led and told what to do. And I
Yeah.
think it's such a dangerous place to be right now. Like, you really
Oh,
need to
yeah.
be honest with yourself, take a good hard look, like, be like the goat, step outside of the fringe so you can hear what's really happening and see what's really happening and go, wow,
Hmm.
this isn't what I thought it was.
Yeah.
And maybe I need to find my inner compass within, or find my own inner guidance, or seek something else. It'll be interesting to see if some things turn and people start disfollowing.
Hmm.
Is that a
Yeah.
word? Disfollowing?
Unfollowing.
Unfollowing, and go towards something else. I mean, we're kind
Yeah.
of seeing it, in some different places popping up. Is it
Yeah.
authentic though? You
We don't
know?
know.
Yeah. So
We don't know.
what's accompanying the sheep this month?
The element of yin wood. And last month was also a wood month. And what does wood do? Wood fuels fire. So the
Yay.
fire isn't as an intense of fire because we're not getting as much. It's like we're throwing kindling on the fire rather than really
Yeah.
big logs
Different.
on the fire. However, it's still fuel. It's still a fire year. And I loved what you brought up again, and this is what I wrote in my newsletter. What fire are you fueling? What fires do you want to feed? This is going to be a pivotal month where we ask, who are we following? Am I following myself? Am I following my own intuition, or am I following what other people are doing? Or am I following fear?
Mm.
What fuel are you firing right
Mm-hmm.
now? Or excuse me, fuel are you feeding right now?
Yeah.
Or fire are you feeding right now? Um,
Hmm.
and so that yin wood energy, typically yin wood is all about togetherness. It's about bringing people together
Mm.
and really kind of creating together. Wood is a very creative energy, and yin wood really kind of sparks creative intuition.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, what do we want to create this month?
I love this. And I'm reminded too that the emotions of these two things, the sheep and the goat, is about worry,
Hmm.
and the yin wood is anger. And that's quite the fuel,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
combination there. And I was also saw a post or a story come up this morning, and I was reminded that wind is the breath too,
Hmm.
or wood is the breath, and it's also wind. And
Yeah.
so wind shifts the energy. Like when you roll down the windows in the car, it's like, oh, you know, your hair starts blowing and stuff starts flying, and your ears have to acclimate, or garbage shows up on your front step when it's windy, or the furniture cushions fly off of the deck. So what kind of change then, can we be intentional about? Because
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of, okay, well, I'm just going to wait and see what happens. I think we can
Hmm.
be more intentional these days and really feed the collective consciousness that is wanting to elevate, wanting to grow and expand and learn our lessons and do better and make better choices. While there's another collective to me that is also a consciousness that, like you said, is fueling more of that, the worry, the anger, the fear,
Hmm.
the hate, and all of that stuff. So I mean, gosh, it just is a lesson that just keeps coming back around, isn't it?
Yeah,
Where are you
it
putting
is.
your attention to? That's what you're going to get.
Yeah, it is.
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I too see like the sheep in the herd, like you said, and then the grass
Hmm.
is blowing, and then they catch a whiff of something and they go, "Oh, that's doesn't smell
What's
good.
that?
We're going to go this
Yeah.
way." So it just feels like this shifting month that we don't
Hmm.
quite. It's because the sheep isn't stable. It's a yin earth animal, so I'm not feeling
Hmm.
stable or grounded, supported this month. It just
Hmm.
feels like you're going to kind of have to go with it, have your own grounding practices and stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like I could go on and about it. Anything you want to add?
No. What are some of the animals that are going to be affected by the sheep this month?
Well, I, I don't know. I might be inaccurate for saying this, but my guess is that sheep probably gets along with everybody
Hmm.
in a certain way, like
Yeah.
because it's a sheep. It's caring. It's very compassionate. It's very, like I said, it's that mother energy. But there are some animals that don't get along with the sheep,
Yeah.
and the first one is the rat.
Hmm.
What's been your experience with the sheep, having a rat in your chart?
Well, what's interesting is we've talked about this before, and typically July is one of those months that I have been okay with in the past because it's a summer month. But when I look back in time, I've always found a lot of anxiety. My
Oh,
anxiety it just goes really through the roof during the month of July. And it's typically because in years past, I've spent a lot of time with family and family events, and then the 24th of July, coming from a Mormon background, and I've always felt a little bit weird about that holiday. So it's
mm,
it's always kind of it's made my rat really want to retreat. And I've
mm-hmm,
always kind of hunkered down during the month of July. August is a little bit different, but
mm-hmm. Well, that makes
yeah,
sense
July.
too. The fireworks are shooting off. That's
Yeah,
anxiety, and then you think,
and
well,
that
everybody
scares
should
the
be
rat.
done by
Mhm.
now, and then
Yeah,
1 o'clock in the morning, somebody's got to
yeah, 2
shoot.
o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if people actually heed the no firework ban in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll find out
Yeah,
in very short amount of time.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I that rat sheep combination is called a damage or a harm, and that's
Yeah.
kind of a sudden. So whatever you're doing, if you do have a rat in your chart, you know, slow down, be careful, be very mindful of how your physical
Hmm.
body is showing up, how you're getting
Yeah.
out of the vehicle, how you're driving through, the roads, how you're engaging with people. It's just a
Yeah.
time to be careful because it's kind
Hmm.
of sudden, exaggerated energy for you this month. And nothing would make the rat more nervous than thinking about that. But just be mindful. Rats are
Yeah.
excellent at being mindful.
Hmm.
So tap into that energy.
Yeah.
And then there's that ox.
The ox is the one that I'm a little bit nervous for because the ox, it's the image I get is like the baby goat. The image I get of the ox is sitting in the middle of the pasture, just kind of sitting down and eating a mouthful of grass and just really slowly chewing, and then a bunch of baby goats come and just start jumping on top of its head and just playing and jumping off of its head and the ox is just looking around going, "Oh my God, is this my life?" So That's the image that I get every time I think about the goat and the ox because I think that the ox just wants to be alone. Oxen are very okay with having a partner, but they don't want to be in a group. They're one of the leaders of the zodiac. They want to lead. They want to
Mhm.
be at the head of the pack, but also setting the pace, and their pace is often very slow and steady. That's not to say that they can't move quickly, but a majority of the time, it's very slow and steady. But when you've got a bunch of baby goats jumping all over your head, he's trying to enjoy his grass, you know?
Mhm.
So for oxen out there, I say if you've got an ox in your chart, this month is going to seem a little bit higher pace than you want it to be. And there's going to be a lot of annoyances. There's going to
Mhm.
be a lot of things that are just annoying the crap out of you. So be aware of that.
Yeah. Maybe you need to get up and play a bit or go go somewhere
Or get away
else.
from the baby goats.
Especially because I think if the ox were to stay there and put up with it,
Yeah.
that's just going to the note I have here is that it leads to more stagnation. So the
Yeah.
sheep is really pushing you and encouraging you to get moving. So go do
Hmm.
something,
Yeah.
whatever that is. Gosh, the sheep just gets along with so many. Really, the only
Yeah.
other one that it has an issue with is the dog, which we
Hmm.
both have in our health pillar, our spouse pillars, and that's breakup energy. So
Hmm.
maybe I should have the hospital keep my husband there for the month of July. Don't come home yet. It's not
Right.
safe.
Yeah.
Plus, he's got the ox in his chart. So that's the penalty
Yeah.
this month between the
My
three of
husband
us.
has an ox in his chart too. So
Oh,
yeah. And
dang.
I have a dog in mine.
So,
So it's one of those things where, you just kind of have to stay in your respective corners and agree to disagree about things and compromise about things. The
hmm
thing I love about breakup energy, it's the end of an old chapter and the beginning of a new chapter. So if you can view things like that, then it's not so much of a cautionary tale.
love that. That's beautiful. I mean, other than that, the horse is secret friends with the sheep. Maybe the sheep will bring some calm energy to the horse energy that's been so heightened.
Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And remember, we're here until the seventh. Horse is still here
Hmm.
until the seventh. It's an ally with the rabbit and the pig, and it gets along with everybody else.
Hmm.
So
It's
I
like the
just
snake. It's one of those animals that tends to get along with a lot of the other animals.
yeah, it just feels like a very feminine. Even the Yin Wood is a feminine energy.
Hmm.
More of this feminine, bringing change,
Yeah.
bringing compassion,
Yeah.
calmness. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will. It's going to be an interesting month, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then then August is I don't know. It looks like crazy town.
Oh wow, we got a flyer here. Oh, interesting. This is interesting. I'm just gonna look this card up really quick. I'm just gonna look up what it says. Okay, so this is in the I'm pulling from the Angel Tarot cards from Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine.
That's
As
an
you can
old
see,
deck.
it's worn. Yeah, this is my favorite one. This is the OG deck that I've had for geez, 15 years. But the card that flew out of the deck is the ego card. And in the tarot, it's the devil card.
Mm,
And the devil in the tarot represents a false sense of imprisonment. So, or
mm,
entrapment. So
mm,
when we see the devil card come up, it's like the image I get is we're in a jail cell and we're just trying to get out. And all we have to do is reach in our pocket and pull the key out and undo the lock and let ourselves out.
mm. Rather than blaming somebody for putting us in here.
Or fighting or trying to break iron when you can't break iron,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
There's no way out except for the key. And you have the key. It's in your pocket.
Yeah.
So don't put yourself in any kind of entrapment this month. If you find yourself trapped, know that you have the key and you have the power to be your own shepherd. You get to follow your own intuition rather than following anyone else.
I love that. That's a good visual to hold on to. We
Yeah,
have the key.
we have the key.
Awesome.
Yep.
I do, as we're ending here, I do want to throw out too that if you've been interested in the feng shui stuff that we've been sharing, I do have a training coming up. It's a six
Mm,
month full certification, Chinese astrology, feng shui, landform feng shui, all the stuff. It's a deep dive. It's coming up on August 1st. And I'd love to chat with you. I'm not a big salesperson, but if you are even considering this, this might be a really good time to step
mm.
into this in a small group setting so that we really get to go deep and explore all of these really cool things. So I'm really looking forward to what's coming up here.
Yeah,
Do you have
it's going to
anything
be awesome.
coming up? How's your training going?
Training's going well. I have about 3 more weeks left of this
Oh
first
my gosh.
cohort. The part two of Cosmic Fusion is going to start in the beginning of 2026, and at the beginning of 2026, we're starting another cohort on part one. So
Oh, that's a
stay
great
tuned.
idea.
Yeah.
So you're going to double up.
So we're gonna double up. Yep.
Nice. Love
Yeah.
that. And
And
when are
then
you going
part
to
three,
go
what was
ahead?
that?
Go ahead.
And then part three, which is combining Western and Chinese astrology and learning how to do predictive astrology,
Mm,
that's going to be in fall of next year, fall of 2027.
mm,
So you have to do parts one and two to be able to get to three.
that's
So
right. Got to do parts one
yeah,
and two. And you've worked
yeah,
so hard on that.
I have.
You're still working hard
I
on
have.
it.
I'm still working hard on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So reach out if you're interested in the trainings that we have coming up, chart readings. I mean, we're just about halfway through the
Yeah.
year of the horse.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I mean, we've got a lot to explore yet this year.
We
Oh my
do.
gosh, it's yeah. So drink lots of water, spend
Yes,
time in the
please.
water. Yeah, have fun. I was going to talk, have fun.
Have fun in the water.
Have fun in
Jump
the
in the
water.
water.
Splash in the water. Walk around with a
Yeah,
squirt bottle.
that's right.
Squirt everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yep.
we are so grateful for you. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you and love you and have a
Yep.
wonderful month.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.